Good morning to the guys and goddesses. We back, another stream. Give me 1 second. We're going to get a dab ready here in a second. I'm going to get to talking to y'all. But first, I want to go through these filters because this YouTube live shit got some dope filters. And I really like the one I put on yesterday. That one's all right. Documentary. Ooh. Silver screen, sepia. Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to rock with this one for a second. We're going to roll with the documentary. What's up, BB? I see you. All right, y'all like this filter right here? That's what's up. All right, we're going to take dabs real quick, and I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys. I talk to a lot of people. Well, first of all, I get a lot of comments on my videos, especially on my dispensary tours. My main dispensary tour for doctor's orders, the best dispensary in Denver, currently has 205,000 views. So thank you very fucking much for that. I appreciate you guys. You guys are my motivation to keep fucking working. So thank you for that. But I get comments all the time of people saying, I'm moving to Colorado. Like, fuck this, I'm picking up and moving to Colorado. So today's quick video real quick while we take these dabs and my little smiley shattered shit that was in the thumbnail. I would show you guys, but they're sliding around on my wax paper. But anyway, the topic of today's video is, should you move to a legal state? And I'm gonna tell you throughout this video yes and no, and I'm gonna tell you my reasons as to why. First of all, the main reason I'm gonna tell you yes, we're gonna start with the yes and then I'll get to the no's. The main reason yes is because, for one, you're gonna save money. Weed's a lot cheaper. Out here, I can get an eighth of flower for $20. In Virginia, I mean, if you know people, black market and shit like that, and you really know people and you're cool, you might get it for 40, 45. But generally, the black market price is about $50. If you really don't fucking know nobody, it's gonna be 60. So generally, the black market price across the country, from what I've learned in other places, now I haven't lived everywhere personally myself, but from what I hear, it's about $50 an eighth of flower anywhere else. That price is less than half here. So for one, you're gonna save money, especially if you're a heavy smoker, you're gonna save a lot of money. For two, you're not gonna have to worry about getting in trouble, going to court, spending more money, for one, on fines, for two, on lawyers, missing work, possibly losing your job, things like that. So if you're looking at it from a financial aspect, if you're looking at it from a, as far as your job goes and things like that, yes, I do think you should. If you care about the culture, you wanna get a job in the culture, if you want to be around it, if you're tired of living in a state and paying them taxes that doesn't support you and your rights and what you want, then yes, I do think that you should leave and you should move to a legal state. Cheers. And by the way, you guys don't have to smoke with me and shit during my streams, but I really appreciate it because it's slightly disrespectful if you don't. No, but in all reality. So if you want to escape possible conviction, if you want to save money, if you want to be immersed in the culture, if you want to have a huge variety of different strains, if you're like an organic snob, if you don't like GMOs, if you eat clean, if you smoke clean, this is the place. Or not necessarily Colorado, but move to a legal state. Because you're not gonna be able to beat it. If you're in a prohibition state, you're probably gonna be able to get good weed. When I was in Virginia, we got some really good shit from Cali, like all the time. I rarely ever had anything that wasn't good. Like, we still got good shit, we still got different shit. But I can't wake up today and say, I want some purple today, or I want some bubble kush today, or I want some Northern Lights today, whatever. Or even just, I want some wax today. Like, first of all, when you're in a prohibition state, you run the chance of shit being dry and you not being able to find any fucking thing. Especially, a lot of people are starting to get into dabs now, but I remember just a few years ago, and probably even still today, there's gonna be times where it's dry and you can't even find flower. So if you're a wax smoker, or if you're a fucking dabber, you smoke shatter or oil or anything else, it's gonna be even more difficult, especially in a prohibition state, because it's just about the supply and demand. And the demand for the waxes and the oils and the shatters aren't as high as for the flower in prohibition states. So it's going to be a lot harder to find these things. Also, another reason I'm going to say yes while we're still on the yeses is when I was in Virginia a few years ago, I first got introduced to, I had known about, hash and shit like that. I had smoked before in the past, like hand rolled old school Afghani hash. Like if you've ever smoked with old heads, they got that hand rolled black tar hash. Like I don't know how to explain it. If you're an older head or you're a real smoker, you know what I'm talking about. So I had smoked that shit before. But I wasn't, and I'd heard of dabs, like wax and shatter and things like that, but I wasn't, akin to it. I didn't really know too much about it. I hadn't been around it that much. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the shit that was being sold in Virginia was fucking reclaim. Motherfuckers that would get some good shit, they'd smoke the hell out of it, they'd clean the rig, and then they'd sell it to somebody and a gram of reclaim. Like, it's fucking terrible. Even if it's not, by the time it gets, from wherever, if it's coming from Cali, it's coming from Colorado, by the time it gets all the way to the east coast of Virginia, it's done been in a car, it's done gotten hot, it's done been in somebody's pocket, it's done been in luggage, it's done melted, it's done changed. Another thing about wax is that, you got THC, you got THCA. When shit sits out and melts, it loses potency. You're losing your potency, you're losing terpenes, you're losing all kinds of shit. So with all that being said, if you want premium products, you don't want to worry about GMOs, you want access to different strains, you want shit whenever the fuck you want it. Denver just changed the law. All the dispensaries in Denver had to close at 7, and then like different cities had different ones. I think Aurora was like 10 or midnight, and then another adjacent city was like midnight. So it was like Denver was 7, some city had to close at 10, the other city had to close at midnight. So now up until 11:45, they usually close the doors 15 minutes early. You can go get weed legally, and you can get it in decent amounts. If you're a resident, even if you're a non-resident, you can get up to a quarter per transaction per day. So I don't really know too many people that can smoke more than a quarter. Now, I know people that can smoke more than a quarter a day, but I don't know anybody that's really affording that, even here. Because even here, if you're getting lowest price, you're getting a quarter for $40. I don't know nobody who can really spend $40 a day just on weed. I don't think it's realistic. But anyway, so if you're looking for, just ease of getting this shit, if you're looking for the ability to, like I said, have different strains, have all this at your disposal, yes. But as far as a no goes, I'm going to tell you no also, because for one, everybody is flooding into these legal states, okay? So if you're going into these legal states, there's going to be a boom in the economy, and there's going to be a lot more jobs, but you're going to have a lot more job applicants. You're going to have a lot more people you're competing against to get these jobs. Also, fucking traffic is terrible. The infrastructure for Denver was not prepared for the explosion of residents that has occurred, and since 2014, I think they legalized. So just in the last 3 years, I hear a lot of locals complain about it all the fucking time. Parking anywhere sucks. Downtown sucks. Just like rush hour is terrible. Now, it's not so bad here, in my opinion, compared to Virginia, growing up in a military town, because in a military town, it's really bad too. But you're gonna have to worry about the traffic. You're gonna have to worry about just people everywhere you fucking go. You're gonna have to worry about having to park. You're gonna worry about, although there will be more jobs, like I said, you're gonna have more competition to get into those jobs, to keep those fucking jobs, because they're gonna have applicants all the fucking time. So you're not gonna be as indispensable as you might be in small town Kentucky somewhere. So also, here's another thing. I give it 10 years before we see basic nationwide legalization, whether medical or recreational. I think we're gonna see some form of that probably within the next 10 years, 20 at the most. So if you stay fucking put, you're already gonna be in a good place. You're probably gonna be somewhere where rent and stuff isn't as high, where the price of goods aren't skyrocketing due to the population influx. So you're gonna be able to save money. You're already gonna be there. You're gonna be basically one of the first people to just stay put and be in your own place and to get in that industry there. Whether you wanna work in that industry, whether you wanna open up a dispensary, try to move to Colorado right now or Cali and open a dispensary. You can do it, but how successful are you gonna be when literally in Colorado right now, there are more dispensaries than there are McDonald's and Starbucks combined? That's a real stat. That's no bullshit. There are more dispensaries in the state of Colorado than there are Starbucks and McDonald's fucking combined. So come out here and open up a dispo and let me know your genius marketing and how the fuck you're gonna survive. It's not just as easy as just selling weed when everybody's selling weed. So if you stay the fuck put and you're actually thinking about getting in the industry, you got a better chance of your business thriving. And you know, you just got your friends at home, you got everything. So know if you don't want to get in this fucking traffic, if you don't have to worry about the population, if you don't want to, you know, for one, maybe be receive any type of disdain from locals because you're somebody who came with the weed boom. But with all that being said, in my opinion, between the two, although there's pros and cons for both, and it seems like I may have got a lot more pros than cons, like a lot more reasons to move than to stay put, I would stay put. Because, like, here's one thing, like, I moved to Colorado because I met a girl, and we started talking, and I came out here to see if I liked her, and I really liked the area, and I fell in love. It's more cycle friendly. I started getting into cycling. It was way more vegan friendly in Virginia. I became vegan. Just the fact that there were sports teams here, I didn't have that back home. There's just more comedy theaters. There's pretty much, like, once a month, there's a concert or a fucking, like, stand-up show that's worth going to. Whether you go to it or not, there's somebody that you wouldn't mind going to see because it's just a bigger city. There's more shit going on. So I wanted to be a part of that. And it's still not crazy populated like New York or something. So I fell in love with Denver, and that's the problem with legalization here is a lot of people came out here for legalization or just to visit or just be a part of it for a minute, and they were like, God damn, this place is fucking beautiful, and they fell in love with it. But I'm pretty sure that you love your home too, and there's things about Virginia that I love, and I love the people there, and I say it all the time, like, honestly, if I could just bring everybody from Virginia here, I would be so happy just because I miss my family and my friends and shit like that. But I think that you should stay put. I think you should stay put because I think it's coming in your place soon. If you're an adult, I'm pretty sure you're discreet about it. If you're not a kid, you're not riding around smoking with all your friends in the car. You don't have to really worry about getting caught. If you can get your shit or if you're growing your shit, if you can be safe and you can stay put, you're not, you know, spending too much money, I think you should stay put because it's coming to your city soon. And if you leave now and try to come back after legalization, I'm pretty positive mortgage rates are going to skyrocket. I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's going to be harder to get a job again. You're going to have just, I would stay put. I would be in that place, already have that experience at that job for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years beforehand. I wouldn't try to come in as a new applicant, even if you worked there before. They may have already filled that spot. So these are things you got to consider. You got to get housing again now. Housing is going to go up. All of this shit is something you got to consider. So if you're somewhere, especially if the cost of living, the economy is pretty good where you're at, I would stay put. I really would. But that's your own decision to make. If you guys aren't from legal states, drop comments down below. Let me know what you think, what you would do. Would you stay put? Would you come out here? Would you go to Cali? Would you go to Washington? You know, where would your destination be and why? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. I'll be back with some more videos. We out.